Good morning, everybody. What's happening? Yes, it's Monday. Another Monday. Coming up on our 20-year anniversary on the air. In November. 20 years. 20 years of entertaining you. And how was your weekend? I'm trying to remember mine. Seemed good.
You must have been loaded.
Yeah, you know what? Well, Friday night I was going to go get loaded, but I was with my kid, so I only had one cocktail.
Yeah, that
I
wouldn't
was going to say she's not drinking yet.
No, she's only 11.
That wouldn't have been proper.
Right. Actually, I went to the dentist. My great dentist, Dr. Kaufman of Great Neck and Manhattan.
He can't help you out, give you a little laughing gas or something?
No, I went to him. I had to get a tooth in the back that was mostly a filling, and they said I had to pull out that and put in something else. I was sore as hell, so I didn't even want to drink. I was in a bad mood. You know, he said it'll take about 2 days before you feel normal again. And he was right. So, it was good. I didn't drink. Keeps you from drinking. You don't want to drink when you're all agitated in there.
Really?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
That never stopped you, did it, Artie?
I do. Makes me want to drink more.
And then...
he doesn't know how to drink.
Last night I went to a cocktail party, and it was a good cocktail party because it was at 5 o'clock, which is fine. I'll do that on a Sunday. You know what I mean? I won't go out at 8 o'clock at night on a Sunday because we got to go to bed.
Well, 8 o'clock isn't cocktails.
No, 5 o'clock.
That's good.
Yeah, 5 to 8 o'clock cocktail party. And there was good food. I ended up not even going out to dinner.
Really? They had great hors d'oeuvres or something?
First time I went to somebody's house, especially here in Manhattan, people tell you a cocktail party, you show up, there's a lot of booze.
And no food.
And no, little finger things to pick from that, it's like nothing. You'd have
Most
to eat them.
times you don't even want to, you don't know what they are and you don't want to eat them.
Yeah, then there's a million of them, and you got to eat a million to get full.
Right.
So you get wasted, and then you got to go find dinner, but this was a class party. Like a whole table full of food, like chicken and
real
raw
food.
tuna, that I like, sashimi style.
But real food, not
Real
that little
food.
bite-sized
No.
crap.
This was nice, with a plate and a fork.
A plate and a fork.
But the people had a real nice apartment, so I didn't want to sit down and eat it, and get their couch dirty and stuff, so I had to stand there in midair and hold my wine glass and hold the little
Juggle.
plate. Yeah, I wish I could have just gone into the kitchen and had my dinner.
Chow down.
Yeah.
Well, you could have sat, right? You just didn't think it was right?
Yeah, it just didn't seem like the right move.
So you had a balance.
I was balancing my wine with my plate. And
That's the only problem. It's like, how do you do this?
I know. And then there was a chicken on a skewer that was real good, but then it would get all over my fingers. And people would shake my hand.
And you got one of those little itty-bitty napkins instead of like a good-sized napkin.
Yeah. You know what I saw there? Donny Osmond.
Really?
Yeah. And you know what? He's a good dude. We talked for a long time.
You didn't ask him the questions that usually upset him.
Hey, you see, I thought he was mad at us, and I go, Robert and I thought you were mad at us for asking you about sex and stuff. He goes, no, I'd love to come back on. I said, so come on.
Well, how did we get the impression that he was so angry?
I don't know. I just thought the interview blew his mind.
He said, I'm angry.
I don't know.
No, we've been thinking for years that he never wanted to see us again.
I said, I thought you were mad at me or something. I said, because I asked you about, oral sex and your wife, and he said, no. He says, it was like a great time. I said, oh, okay, cool. I said, because you were one of our best guests. You came in and you answered all the questions honestly, and everybody loved you for it.
Yeah, but that's a surprise, because we really had, I think in other interviews he's done, when we've sent Gary Garver and stuff out, he said some things that made us think he wasn't our friend.
Yeah, but he was cool.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, let him come back on.
Yeah.
Get in here.
Yeah, I'd like to make him angry.
Told me he's on QVC today.
What's he selling?
He's selling a record. He says he records in London. He says his records do well in Europe. So came over here and he's trying to. He says I can't get on the radio with my records. He says, but I can reach a lot of my audience. He's got an audience. He tours. He does all. He's always busy.
Well, of course he has an audience. He had a huge number of fans.
He sells records. Hey, what do you want? Hey. Quit busting my balls.
Hey, I'm not doing anything. I'm very happy for his recording career.
Hey, quit busting my balls over there. Ronnie, the limo driver, not here today.
What's that all about?
Got the kidney stone.
Again?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Doubled over in pain. His wife told me it was so bad that the family dog was standing over him crying,
Oh.
like weeping, because he was in pain. That's a dog. Because, I mean, that you got to love that. Did you see 60 Minutes last night with those dogs?
I didn't watch the segment. I saw the promo that they were talking about the cancer dogs.
That's all you needed to see. The promo.
Yeah,
They
because I
show
was
you
like,
everything.
I understand that,
Right.
the dogs can smell cancer.
They had a bunch of people pee, and the dogs will smell the pee, and they know which ones have bladder cancer. So they're being used in the diagnosis of cancer, which is beautiful. That's a great thing, right?
Yeah, but don't they already know that people have cancer? When did the dogs, how did the dogs do in terms of early detection?
What?
If the dog smells it, you got a week.
It was good.
I mean,
There was a woman. She had a mole on her leg. The dog was barking at it, sniffing it, licking it. Went to the doctor. Cancer. They
Really?
removed it. Dog saved her life.
All right, then that's pretty good.
You didn't have to get a dog.
No.
Hey, I'm not going to smell your cancer. I know I got a big nose. You're relying on me. I don't have over 2,000 smells that I can detect.
You can only detect bad or good.
Come here, let me sniff you. If I could get close to you, maybe I could smell your cancer. But my dog's incredibly good at detecting athlete's foot.
Right.
Well, what kind of dog? Is it a particular kind of dog or any dog?
A lot of different dogs. Different kind of dogs. They all have the schnoz for it.
Yeah, but your dog,
My dog doesn't do anything.
cancer.
I don't know. I mean, maybe.
Because I want one of those little lap dogs. Those lap dogs probably can't smell anything.
No, they had little dogs smelling cancer.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't just like those German shepherds or anything, you know.
Your dog's like, I've been meaning to tell you have cancer. I just haven't gotten around to it.
I can't get out of bed.
I keep falling asleep.
Just hanging out.
I'm sometimes good with breast cancer. If you show me your breasts, I can smell them.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Suck the cancer.
I can detect it with my schnoz. I got a big ass schnoz. I can do things with it.
You ought to be able to.
You think I'd have one friggin' lousy superpower?
Right.
That's all I want to be, is Superman. Like over the weekend, I saw the movie Elektra.
How was it?
It was okay. It was good. I mean, it was, you know,
She looks hot in it.
she's hot. Jennifer Garner is, but she's posing through the whole movie, you know.
Promos,
But
good.
I could have used a little more story, but you know, I love that superhero crap.
Right.
Don't make a difference. Put a superhero there, I'm in on it.
So better than Daredevil?
Yeah.
Oh, anything's better than Daredevil.
Yeah, anything's better than
But
that.
that was that bad, huh?
Yeah. But what was I talking about?
You just saw Daredevil and you want a superpower, or
Yeah.
Elektra and you want.
You'd think with my
superpower.
big nose, I'd have a super, like I could smell, like that'd be cool if I could smell people's cancer.
Right.
You think I'd have that? No superpowers.
They gave it to dogs.
Dog, friggin' dog who can't get laid. I'm pretty sure I could work that into getting laid. Hey, what'd you call? I called you back. What? I left you a message.
I did. I left around.
You called me. I called you.
Yeah.
I left you a big long message.
I didn't check my voicemails over the weekend.
What kind of general manager are you? Not checking your voicemail.
I guess a lax one in this case.
Wow, I'm shocked.
Was it something important?
I don't know. He called me, so I called him right back.
I appreciate
About
that.
2 hours
But
later, and I was.
They always call me. They always track me down when you call me, and they didn't.
No, I put on your
I hear
your
you.
cell. On your cell.
Oh, but you know what? I never got the message on my cell.
You know, I'm getting more and more of that from people. Laura, my assistant, I always figure she just didn't want to listen to a message. I left you a
No.
whole long message.
No, you know what? Never got. No, I checked the cell phone and never got that message.
Got
Is
back
that
from the
Treo
dentist.
letting you down?
Yeah, I told him my whole story.
No,
No, it's not my phone. I got his phone.
Then why isn't the message being left?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I got a message from Gary on Saturday night.
Oh, I left you a whole long message. All
Wow.
right. I'll call your house from now on.
Wow, that's weird. Although it does happen every once in a while on the cell phone where you
Does?
don't get the message for
Yeah,
a while.
figures from me. I finally call him back, and I get. I thought something was
There's no
strange
proof.
because I didn't hear back from you. So.
Cataclysmic event. You called me back.
Yeah. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was about me not signing that stupid
No.
document.
No, it wasn't about
Oh,
that.
good. Yeah, I ain't signing that. Forget that. I mean, seriously, that drives me crazy. Right up a wall. They have you sign a whole big contract here.
Yeah.
Then they want you to sign more crap. I sign more crap. Pay me more money. I'll give you another signature. Anytime you get my signature, I want to be
Cost
paid.
you.
It costs.
Get a signing bonus.
This looks like a contract to me.
It's not a contract.
I got a couple of emails from people who work in the company.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, "Uh-oh, we got the thing too." All right, take it easy.
He's getting out.
Yeah, Tom's all upset.
Doesn't want to be
Tom,
part
don't
of
be
this
so upset.
conversation.
I'm not that.
Check your answering machine. That's all. That's all I'm saying. You want to be general manager, check your phone messages.
What did the people say who emailed you? They don't want to sign it either?
They're like, what the F is this?
You're right,
I see.
though. You should get a signing bonus. Carlos Beltran, $11 million
Yeah.
signing bonus.
Yeah, where's my signing bonus?
That's it.
You know,
Signatures cost money.
I should ask Tom. I wonder what the company's position is. 20-year anniversary coming up in November. 20 years with the company. Some people get a watch when 20 years.
I was seeing that some people were just celebrating 5 years of doing something. And this is 20.
20 with this company. Now, I know I'm leaving, and I know everyone's all freaked out by it.
I'm
But-
throwing you a surprise ass kicking.
Yeah. Tom, are we going to commemorate my 20 years, or are we just going to blow it
I'll
off?
make sure you get the same thing I got.
What'd you get?
A pat on the back.
Really?
Jeez,
that's nice.
Tom. Just
I think.
because you got a pat on the back, don't you think you ought to do something?
And by the way, Tom's in good standing with the company. I'm not. So if Tom
But
got
you're
a...
in good standing with Tom. Tom happens to be the general manager of the station.
20 years actually here now.
Right.
Yeah.
I think today may be the anniversary
Of
my
me?
20th. No,
No,
my
you.
20th.
Oh, who cares
year
about
here.
your 20
Right.
Oh, he's carrying on about himself.
Oh, who cares about that? Get out of that.
And you're in November. I'll promise you, in November,
We'll have a
I'm
Christmas
going to do something
party.
nice for you.
I bet you I don't make it here till November.
I hope you do.
Happy anniversary, happy anniversary.
There you go, Tom.
That's nice.
I bet you I never make it here till November.
I hope you do.
Well, Tom could throw the Christmas party then and then call it.
Do you get the memo?
Got the memo.
What?
Big Christmas party.
When is it?
I marked it down in my book.
28th.
Yay.
Same place?
Yep.
You didn't do what I said, huh?
We have the whole place. They're closing it for us.
Yay.
The 28th of January is our Christmas
Yeah.
It's funny, isn't it? We couldn't get that in before Christmas. Hey, we're busy. Yeah, I'm trying to get over there. For
Good.
I can't make it to the Christmas party because I have a Super Bowl party that day.
that. Yeah, you're busy.
I'm busy. I got a Super Bowl party.
It's retarded Christmas.
It's retarded Christmas party.
Happy retarded
Happy
Christmas.
retarded Christmas.
I know Tom was going to blow off that Christmas party, but
He
we
was,
shamed him.
yeah.
No,
I'm
you did
sorry,
not.
man.
He
No,
was.
absolutely not.
He wanted that out.
Nope.
He got past it. He goes, hey, Christmas, everyone couldn't go. Forget it.
Got
not
away
true.
with it.
And we shamed him.
No, you
So-
did not.
So now I got to go because we shamed him.
Oh, absolutely. We all got to go now.
Yeah.
We get the whole restaurant. It's going to
Beautiful.
be great. It's gonna
All
be
right,
beautiful
I'm there.
stuff.
I'm with you.
Okay, good.
I'll party with you, my
Looking
friend.
forward to partying,
Yep.
having a drink or two.
Is it going to be decorated for Christmas?
No, for Thanksgiving.
It's January. There's no Christmas decoration.
Hey, you
Easter.
get them cheap in January. You get a tree for nothing.
Anybody RSVP yet? Or do you have to RSVP?
I just told the memo was just hold the date.
All right. Oh, the formal invitation's coming?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
maybe I won't even be invited.
It's like a wedding.
Hey, don't invite Robin.
I'll
She
leave
has
a
that new
message.
TV show anyway. She's probably having their Christmas
Very
party
busy.
in January.
Oh, she's having a big lunch last week with one of her new TV people that I saw.
Oh, no wonder she's not free for us.
Very busy.
Who's her new TV people? What do you mean,
she was
executive?
She's having lunch at the great restaurant down the Black Beacon,
Yeah.
and
She walked in on it?
I walked in on it. I was.
What was
downstairs.
going on? Give us a first-hand report. What'd you see?
It was a high-level luncheon. They were
Oh, my God.
they were very earnest. There was no canoodling going on though.
Who
No
was it?
canoodling.
Tinker, Tartikoff, which one?
Tinker or Tartikoff.
No, it wasn't Tartikoff,
Silverman?
unfortunately.
Oh, he's gone, right?
Yeah.
Did Robin pretend to not see you? Oh, this is
No,
my general manager.
Robin was very nice. I walked upstairs.
Get out of here. You're from that old place.
There's one of those radio people.
Ew, radio.
Take the hammer to you.
Tom actually.
They must not have been that
sent us
important.
Dessert.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tom, can't you leave Robin alone? We sent over dessert?
Yeah.
Class guy.
Oh, they have a chocolate souffle over there.
Hmm.
Oh, to die for.
Who paid for that? The company or you?
I did.
Individually. It's not on your credit card. We're going to be
Actually,
checking
you know
it.
what? I told them to send it over, and the restaurant said we'd be happy to send it over on the cuff.
Wow.
Wow. So you didn't even pay for that.
You owe me $200,000 for mentioning the Beacon and Robin show.
I thought Tom was springing for something.
I can't believe Robin was having a high-powered meeting and you
Oh.
discovered it. Who was there, Robin? The
It
executive
was
producer?
just me and John Wilder now.
No, who's that?
He's one of the, he runs the sales,
Oh.
the affiliate sales department.
You know John Wilder?
No, first I ever met him.
Yeah, because that's a TV sales guy, something you
Yes.
never were.
I was
You
a
will
TV
never
sale.
know. You
I
were
was a
thrown
TV
out of
sale
TV sales. No one wanted you.
And I was in
Robin
TV
was
sales
with
and I
her
resigned.
TV friends, and radio embarrassed her. Wow. Well, that's a big TV guy. It's
Wow.
Sony Pictures.
Yeah.
Sony Television Division. You kidding? What's going on over
Huge.
there? Big luncheons? God only knows what's being discussed. No kidding, Robin. Good for you. It must have been wild.
Wild. Yes, these lunches often are.
So what's the guy say? What's going on? Anything good?
He just told me, they're all enthusiastic and very excited and
They're going to get you on some good
already
channels?
selling everything.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you mean selling everything?
Well, they're out there doing their jobs already.
You're already
They're
on
already rolling it out.
You're already on a bunch of channels.
No, they're
Commitments.
doing the pitches and making the contacts, just getting people ready, priming the pump, as they say.
Did you try to rub your leg?
No.
Boy,
Not
they must.
yet.
Boy, they're not like radio people. They're professional.
Got to get me a few stations before that
Yeah.
happens.
I'll spread my legs if you give me a couple of stations.
I'm yours, big fella. Get wild, Wilder.
Hey, good for you, Robin. Big meeting. Tom busting in.
What's Tom doing here?
Here,
Spying
happy
on
chocolate
me.
souffle.
You can't escape me. Delicious chocolate souffle.
I'm sending you the chocolate souffle, or the chocolate bomb, or the apple tort, or perhaps a lemon meringue.
Wow. None of us would know about this meeting, but Tom found it.
Yeah, there you go.
You cannot escape me.
Here's John from Burger King. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, I'm calling to confirm that your Christmas party
Yes.
will be January 20th. We got the restaurant set up really nice for you.
Oh, thank you.
We wanted to tell Mr. Chiasato, though, we had to close the slide in the playground,
Right.
Damn.
but we should be okay with all the other arrangements.
Will you have the cardboard crown set up?
John's joking, but you know what? You should see this Christmas party. It's not quite what I want it to be, but
Yeah, right.
all right. You know what I mean? You know.
I'm getting a clown and a pony.
All right, John from
There
Burger
will be
King.
pony rides.
Retarded Kennedy died over the weekend, too.
I
I-
saw that.
I'm going to be talking about that
yeah,
later in the
I
show.
pulled a bunch of stuff about her too.
That is
Hey,
that is the biggest shame on the Kennedy family.
The
I
one that
mean,
he had a lobotomy for or something.
Right.
The
Yeah.
Kennedys back, the woman was 80-something years old. So you're talking a long time ago, like in the 50s or 40s.
Because she was in her 20s.
41 it happened.
In 1941 it happened.
Yeah, she was in her 20s when it happened.
Kennedy family was embarrassed. They had a mildly retarded daughter, and the father, who was a real loon, Joe Kennedy, the senior one, he was evidently a real loon. He was one of these guys. He'd bring home actresses right into the house, have them have dinner with him. The chicks he was having sex with.
Yeah,
Like,
right in the family house.
Right in front of the kids. And no wonder all these Kennedys are having sex every minute. They were all screwed up in the head. So this guy, they had a mildly retarded daughter. So she was functional and stuff. She had a life. And,
What was she, would you say, like, better than Wendy the
better than
retard?
Wendy the retard.
Right.
Not much, but better. So the guy was embarrassed. He like you ever read about these people who take a family portrait with their retarded kid, and they airbrush them out?
Well, the Bushes, they were claiming, did that, right?
Yeah, they airbrush some
had
retarded guy.
Retarded people, they airbrush out of the family photos.
Yeah, they didn't want anyone to know. They accidentally airbrushed George Bush out of there. They thought he might be mildly retarded.
Airbrush the retard.
Which one? George? No.
The other retard.
So anyway, the retarded Kennedy, her name was
Rosemary.
Thank you. And she had mild retardation. And, mildly retarded people will say stuff, especially sex stuff, because they don't know. They have feelings down there. They're adults. And, I guess she used to blurt out some sexual things like, oh, my vagina or something. Who knows what it was. Probably.
Well, there have been some people who've speculated that she wasn't that retarded at all.
Right. She probably was slow, or she was very sexual.
Yeah.
And all I know is they sent her in for a lobotomy. Now, a lot of people don't know what a lobotomy is because they don't do them that much anymore. I don't think they do them at all. But they scrape the front of the brain to get you to behave.
Yeah, I mean, when I was reading about the procedure, I was like, how could anybody think that was okay? We're going to scrape off part of her brain.
Yeah, well, they used to do it to mental patients. They thought it would cure them. And cure them it did, because they would then just stare at a wall and drool all day. And then you can put them in a mental institution and hide them.
Right. That's the cure.
Yeah, no embarrassment. I'm being sarcastic. So then everyone goes, all the Kennedys are like, well, we started the Special Olympics for her. She was an inspiration. Your father turned her into a retard, a dribbling retard. She was fine.
I think she would have preferred there be no Special Olympics.
Hey, you slept with a Jew. I'm lobotomizing you. It was like one of those things. I think she was acting out sexually.
Well, yeah, they said she started sneaking out of the convent. They
Right.
were always trying to hide her. They had her in a
Right.
convent or something.
Oh, poor
and
girl.
she was sneaking out the window. I guess she had a boyfriend. Or
Oh,
something
God
like
forbid
that.
you sneak out of the convent. You must be nuts, huh?
Yeah,
you
that's
guys
out
have
of
tape
control.
of her, right?
What?
You guys have some tape of her, right? But she doesn't have the Boston accent. She's yelling about something about power.
Yeah. We have that tape. As a matter of fact, we do. Here she is when she was on our show.
I feel like blowing my mind up. Just
Right.
let my dog rape me for crying out loud. I feel like eating myself up.
She sounds fine.
God effing damn it. I'm going nuts, baby!
So, she probably had a personality. They don't even know that she was retarded, like Robin
Right,
said.
because there were, some people who say she was a fun-loving girl.
They ruined her.
That was that for her.
They took her and they ruined her.
Was she the oldest daughter?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she was named after the mom.
You can't run for president. You have sex. Meanwhile, they should have lobotomized all those Kennedys. They're all running around having sex.
Those Kennedys live long, man. 86. If you don't, get shot or
Right.
die in a plane crash, you'll live to be 90.
Yeah, they have good genes.
Yeah, Rose was over 100 when she died.
Hey, Ted Kennedy, he's overweight all the time, and he's living a long life.
Seems to be fine, doesn't
That's right. That's a very good point, sir. I'm glad you made that. Very relevant.
He's got an enormous red head.
Mm-hmm.
Ted Kennedy.
Artie, what are you talking about? You drink drugs as much as him.
Well, yeah, so? That's
So
my
look.
point.
He's saying drinking's good for you.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, thanks, man.
All right, bye.
Man, I'm starving for breakfast, but Will told me my breakfast place appears to have closed down or something.
Oh, and no notice? You didn't know it was going to happen?
I don't think they closed down. I just think he went there, and probably the morning guy didn't open up yet. And instead of checking again, he's leaving me hanging. He decided it's closed up. He goes, I don't know. I can't get your breakfast. It's closed up over there. I bet you it's open now, dude. Check it 10 minutes later.
When I went in, there was paper up on the windows. You couldn't even look in, and in the door you could look in, and none of the tables were in there.
Oh,
It
really?
was weird.
My
That
deli?
sounds closed.
I'm gonna go back down, but it doesn't look like it's open. I don't know what's going on over there. They didn't let me know anything on Friday.
Son of a bitch.
And that guy just suckered you for $2 too.
I know. And they,
Oh, for the tip?
and they make the best eggs.
He took it and ran.
We'll figure it out.
I got to eat something, dude. I'm starving over
What do you
here.
want? You want turkey?
Turkey.
I don't know.
For breakfast.
Yeah, bagel.
You son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch.
You
Turkey.
son of a bitch.
No, how could they close overnight like that?
Because these guys made egg whites just the right way. Dry, no oil on them.
I'll
Probably
try it
ran
again.
them right out of business.
I got some leftover Nesquik chocolate milk.
Yeah.
I didn't finish it.
Damn, I want to eat something. But you
no
know me.
place else makes eggs?
You
Yeah,
know
I mean,
me
I-
with the diet.
I get some.
I feel like
Tries to
eating
get some new
myself
egg
up.
whites from another deli.
Nah, I don't trust it. I like my deli. What was the name of that deli?
Wolf's.
Wolfie's.
That's closed?
Wolf's closed?
I don't know what's going on over there.
Oh.
That was a huge place.
Somebody blow my mind up.
I want my eggs.
Ah, damn.
I stink like a rotten egg.
I love Wolf's.
They made a good pastrami over there, too.
You wouldn't think that place was closing.
I'm going nuts, baby.
Well,
They
you
looked
see,
like they were doing business.
you don't support them. That's what happens. Well, maybe they're open. Maybe it's just like the guy was doing some renovation or something.
That might be it too.
Yeah. All right, you do me a favor. Give me just a plain bagel. No butter, nothing.
You want it toasted or just...
Toasted.
Yeah.
If I see butter on there, you're fired.
Yes, sir.
All right.
No problem.
Thank you. Now, go ahead. Sometimes you got to motivate these guys.
Oh, my.
That's good motivation.
You're fired.
Butter, you're fired.
That's all. I see some butter on there, you're fired.
You don't want to try egg white somewhere else as a joint I bet you'd like?
Mm.
The Astro.
Good?
Yeah.
You think they'll have no grease on that egg?
Well.
Yeah, it's very difficult to find a place that doesn't use any grease.
Yeah, I like grease.
Wolves seem to have it down. Throw some salmon on there.
Yeah, I
man.
was going to say, they put your lox in there.
Oh, it's beautiful.
That's weird that they'd closed down for good because that was a very busy deli.
That's what it seemed to me. They seem to always be busy.
Yeah.
I don't even want to eat a bagel. I'd rather have some oatmeal.
Why didn't you ask for that?
Yeah, it'll go wrong. It always does. They put milk in it or.
The Brooklyn Diner, they have oatmeal, no milk.
Mm.
A little banana. I put bananas on it.
I don't even eat a banana.
Really?
I eat it plain.
You're tough, man. I'll tell you.
I get fat easy.
Not even a banana?
I hardly even ate anything this weekend, and I'm up a couple of pounds. I went out to dinner with Cronin Saturday night, Mark Cronin.
Oh, yes, he stayed in town?
Yeah, we had a nice time. He's the guy who, Surreal Life, used to write for us on the Channel 9 show.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's
I
doing well.
caught a little bit of Brigitte and Flavor Flav. That looks like a crazy show.
That's crazy, but I wanted you to see the one with Mini-Me.
Well, I got that on
Good.
TiVo. I'll look at it today.
Funny as hell.
They had some sort of Surreal Life marathon on this weekend.
Right, that's some of the old episodes,
Yeah.
getting you ready.
He's dominating the channel.
You know who I met last night? This guy. He seemed like a nice guy. Damon Dash. Is he a nice guy?
We had him on here. He was
Huh.
here with Old Dirty Bastard the last time Old Dirty Bastard was here.
Is he a
I knew him.
He a rap guy?
He's one of those. He owns Rockefeller Records, right? He used to own it
Yeah.
with what's
Yes.
the guy's name? Jay-Z.
Yeah, and he has Rockaware.
Right.
Seemed like a pretty good dude.
I don't know. Who knows?
I'm telling you, he seemed like a nice guy.
I'm saying who knows
Huh.
for sure.
I was talking to him a while.
So you were at a dinner party with Damon Dash and Donny Osmond. I'm trying
That's
to,
right.
trying to
And
figure
I'll
out
tell you
who
what.
through this.
Damon Dash's wife is the smokingest, hottest broad I ever saw, aside from my own girlfriend.
I'm sure.
Holy cow! Like,
Guy's got a lot of scratch.
she's like a black, but like a mixture of something, man, going on there, boy. I tell you, he's having a party. You should see this chick.
You thought Bernie Carrick was a great guy. I don't know about you.
Hey, Bernie is a great guy. So what?
Please.
What? Because he's a man and he banged Judith Regan? Who wouldn't?
No, because he's under investigation.
Ah, stop it. He'll come out clean. You'll see.
What did he do wrong?
They're trying to target my man.
Now they're saying he accepted thousands of dollars in gifts. He didn't declare.
I don't believe it.
So
There's-
a man, baby.
There's questions as to where he got the money to buy the 2 apartments in the Bronx and how he got them renovated. The apartment he was using for his trysts with Judith and the other woman,
Yeah.
it was donated by a family that wanted it to be used by the workers.
They were using it.
Who were cleaning up down
Bernie was
at
u-
9/11.
Well, Bernie was down
at
at 9/11.
Ground Zero. It was for the workers at Ground
You don't think they used it?
to rest.
Yeah, Bernie
All
was
right.
like, I don't want those guys arrested in here. I need to bring Judith over.
All right, look, so there's a couple of things.
I mean, okay, maybe those things are bad, but there's a lot of good with that guy. You know? You can't just judge a man by 50 bad things.
Yeah, let's name the good.
I like the guy. I don't know. What am I going to tell you?
So I don't know about you and telling me who's a good guy.
I don't abandon my friend. He just seemed like a nice guy. I'm standing there talking to him. There was another guy I talked to there, this guy, Bruce Springsteen.
Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
Is
I
he
ta-
okay?
He seemed okay. Congratulated me on my move to
Really?
Yeah, he knew
Was
about
he
it.
there?
Yeah, he knew about it.
So you and Bruce, Damon Dash, and Donny Osmond.
Where was this dinner or cocktail party?
I don't want to say. What?
We were just all excited that you met Bruce.
Yeah.
And he was nice?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
nice to you?
I was standing around the table trying to eat because you pick out your own food, and
Right.
he walked over and he was blowing me off. Like I knew he saw me. I mean, you can't miss me. I look like a giant big bird standing in the middle of the room. I mean, you can't miss me. But I guess I don't know. But it was my place because I've said some things like I'm not a fan and stuff. So it was my place to say something. So I said, "Hey, Bruce, what's happening?" And he was like, "Hey, man."
Did he talk to you like this?
No, he was fine.
He had
It
a
was-
regular voice?
It was very, very cordial. He said, "Hey, congratulations on your move, man. Sounds like a good thing for you."
So he did talk like Bruce on stage.
Well, he's Bruce.
Sounds like himself.
And I said, "Hey, thanks." I said, "Yeah, it's nice to meet you. Real honor, you know."
Even though I don't
And,
like your music? No.
I do like some of his music. You know I do.
You've got to like it more
I've
than you
liked
did.
more. Yeah, it makes sense to me. And his wife was there, Patty Scialfia. She's not Patty Springsteen. She's Patty Scialfia.
Right. Well, that seems to be working.
Yeah. So, yeah, they seem to be happy.
Yeah.
And I said hi to her. She was staring at me like a deer in the headlights. She didn't know what to make of it. She goes, oh, my
Never
God.
seen anything like that before?
Oh, my God, it's a monster, she said. I think I heard her whisper that.
Oh.
No, she was very nice. She said hello. That was it. It was not a big exchange of words. He was eating, and I didn't bother him. Meryl Streep was there, too, and I wanted to say hello to her.
What were you at the Oscars?
No,
I was
no.
going to say, what is this?
I went to a friend's house.
What friend?
Forget it. But let me tell you something. This Meryl Streep, I wanted to walk over to her and say something nice to her because I remember right before I was shooting Private Parts, I was nervous, too, because I'm making a movie, and what do I know about making a movie? You know, I'm going to be acting and like in front of a real director and the whole, not like one of our dumb Channel 9 shows.
Right, it's not some goofy thing we put together. It's a real thing.
It's like a real thing, you know, and I'm like flipped out.
It's got a whole movie studio behind it.
I'm standing in my dressing room, and I was all bummed out because Ivan had yelled at me the first day on the set saying that I didn't memorize my lines and I sucked as an actor. And he goes, you better pull it together, man. We got a lot of money into this thing. I said, okay. And I went up to my room, and I turned on the TV, or someone had taped it for me, was Roger Ebert interviewing Meryl Streep. You know, and I'm like, what the hell's this? You know, this is for homos. And I turn it on, and she starts talking about acting and her philosophy, and she says, and I have a little thing I do with a character. And I'm listening to this, and I go, you know, this is very inspirational. I'm going to go down there and kick some ass. And I walked right out of my dressing room and became the best actor there ever was, just from watching this interview.
Meryl did that.
Meryl Streep.
She really is an amazing actor.
Yeah.
She doesn't know she did it, though.
So I was going to go over and say something to her, but I didn't actually see her there, and Beth saw her, and so I never got to, and I left because I had to go home and, you know, get ready for work. So I said, damn, I wish I had said that to her. She probably would have kicked me in the nuts.
And you can't tell us whose house this was.
I don't want to, I don't want to be like
This
that.
was at a taping of Hollywood Squares, it sounds like.
Is it someone you just recently met?
No. It's somebody I've known for a couple of years.
Well, who is it then?
No, I don't want to say. They want it private. So, you know, I got to learn to shut my mouth sometimes.
Oh, please.
You know what I mean?
He's got everybody and his grandmother there. He's begging for somebody to let it out.
No. It was very private. Very private.
And it was at a house?
An apartment.
Yeah, what kind of houses are there?
No house in Manhattan. But it was nice. You know, I was like nervous going up to Springsteen because, again, it was like one of those things where, does this guy hate me? Or I don't think he's too choked up with me. But he was nice.
What?
But I was
I've
going
never
to.
spoken
I don't
to
know.
him.
I don't know anything.
But I was going to be like I was when I saw Lou Reed and like didn't say nothing, and then he didn't say nothing, and then we were all, you know.
Everybody's not saying anything.
But then, after all was said and done, Lou Reed sent you a really nice note. Remember? After you got all that.
I wasn't sure.
Wait a minute. So after your vacation, you got a note from Lou?
No, he doesn't even know. He's completely out of it.
You thought you got it before you'd seen it.
Right.
What?
Don't listen to Gary. He'll only confuse and muck up a story for me. So I take another 10 minutes around the block.
No, just saying that at some
Thank you,
point.
I
At some
understand.
point, he sent you a note.
No, I
we
know.
thought he hated you, and then he ended up liking you.
Yeah, but he didn't talk to me on vacation. I didn't talk to him, and it was awkward. So I just went right up to the guy. Go, hey man, what's happening? That's all. Let's get it over with. You got something to say to me? Say it.
Well, who else were you hobnobbing with now that you're letting
That's
all
it.
these names drop?
A couple other people too. But
I must be really gay because for some reason I'm very excited that you spoke to Springsteen.
Me too.
Like I'm excited, not excited that you met him. I'm excited that you guys talked to each other.
You are gay.
Exactly.
It's no big deal.
I can't even understand that.
I must be really gay because I'm excited you met Donny Osmond.
Yeah, that's a sign that you may like men.
Yeah, you guys
Well,
finally
Fred's
spoke.
gayer than all of you because he was excited that I almost met Meryl Streep.
That's gay.
All right, look, I got to take a break. See, I get out to some things.
I can't believe you met Damon Dash right here and didn't recognize him from having been on the show.
I forgot. I'll be honest with you. I did. I said to Beth, I think I know him. I didn't remember.
Oh, you're too
But he's a nice guy.
I'm upset that Damon Dash got to meet Springsteen.
All right, we got to take a break. Damon Dash produced the movie The Woodsman, I believe. Have you seen that?
Yes, I haven't seen it, and I want to.
No, I want to see that too.
What is that?
That's a new Kevin Bacon film.
Yeah,
I like Kevin Bacon.
and Kevin's a good guy. I know him. See, I know some celebrities. I know Kevin Bacon.
Well, we all know Kevin Bacon.
Oh.
Yeah, 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Everybody knows Kevin Bacon.
No.
Oh, my.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be back right after these words. Every week you tell me the coach for the Jets sucked it up. So why are they keeping him around?
He's really bad at like time management and just a lot of stuff. And,
I know.
And everybody wants the offensive coordinator fired. They're saying that he doesn't call the right plays. But I guess Herm Edwards is. Everyone thinks he's a really good motivator. That's like his whole rap, that he can motivate.
Right, because he takes them into the wherever they go at halftime
and strips them down and rapes them.
And then they come out and play like maniacs.
Come here, I'm going to rape you.
But he's got a little Jesse Jackson in him. He talks in that funny cadence, and
you will be respected on the field.
And he never says anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like he talks and talks and talks, and then you realize, you go, what the hell did he just say?
We got to get some tape of him.
Oh yeah, we can get some tape of Herm Edwards.
Well, he got into a big fight with one of his coaches on the sideline.
Him and his coaches, they had to separate him during the game. They were going to have a fist fight.
Really?
You will have respect for yourself and your team.
You am somebody.
You am somebody. Repeat after me. Is he one of those guys, inspirational?
Yeah, like, here's a perfect example. The press was asking him about, like, you backed into the playoffs. Well, I got a letter from the league office, and as far as I'm concerned, 12 other teams got that letter, and we're all in the playoffs, and that's all that counts. And, it just goes on and on and on.
I will be somebody. I will. I like when Jesse Jackson used to go to the schools of the black kids and tell them, you will be somebody.
No, it was like, repeat after me.
Repeat.
I am somebody.
I am somebody. Like, that's going to work.
Yeah, but who am I? I'm somebody, but who am I?
I'm somebody, but I don't like who I am. Jesse Jackson. So Herm's like a motivational guy. He looks like a motivational speaker.
Yes, sir.
He does.
I don't know anything. I love that. I read that every week. That it was the locker room chat that he gave them that turned around the game.
Yeah, it looks like a big know-it-all. Like a gym teacher type.
Well, they grilled him about the fight he got in with one of his coaches, and he just was like, "That was an incident. It's over. Let's move on."
He goes,
It's like he read, The 7 Habits of Influential People or something.
Right. No, he speaks in bumper stickers.
Right. He's one of those guys that definitely reads motivational books and believes in them, that there's 10 steps to doing anything.
Probably read. What's that book? The
7.
No, the original one.
I'm okay, you're okay?
No, I can't think of the guy.
Chicken Soup for the Soul.
Yeah, he read Chicken Soup for the Soul. Then he coaches.
Oh, with the Jets, you better read A Confederacy of Dunces.
Hey, is that a good book?
I think it's funny. Yeah, absolutely.
I've been trying to read that for 10 years.
It's a novel. It's fiction.
I hate that.
You know what?
I think it's very funny.
That was one of those books that, like in Rolling Stone 10 years ago, they asked a bunch of comedians what their favorite book was, and every one of them said it was that book. So I went and got it. Quarter way through the book, I just closed it.
Yeah, I don't. I'm thank you for telling me that. I'm going to throw it out. It's been sitting around on my desk making me feel like a loser because every time I try to I read the first page and I start to zone.
The best part about it is the kid, the kid in the book has this girlfriend in the Bronx that he writes letters to sometimes, and all you got to do is read the letters. They're the funniest part of the book.
See, I don't like. I pick up a book and if I can't get through the first page, I feel like a loser, and then I put it back on my shelf and I stare at it and I go, there must be something wrong with me. I need a TV version of this.
See, that book, the thing that's more interesting about that book was how it got published. That was what made me want to read it. The guy that wrote it committed suicide when he was like 25, and his mother found the book in the basement. And she took it to some English professor, said, is this any good? And the English professor said, I think it's a riot. He took it to a publisher, and it got it published.
Oh, great.
That's like the big deal.
The guy killed himself.
Now you got to open it again.
Right.
Son of a bitch.
That's what made it interesting for me.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, the mother sent it to a professor of literature at Loyola in California, and the guy, as a courtesy, tried to read some of it, and he couldn't put it down.
Well, Beth gave me Catcher in the Rye, once, and I read it because I'd never read it. I read it a year ago, and then after that, everyone got me for a Christmas gift different books by that cat. What's the guy's name?
J.D. Salinger.
J.D. Salinger. So you got me 9 short stories by J.D. Salinger, all these books. And that's another thing on my shelf that makes me feel like a loser. Because every time I bring it with me on vacation, I just look at the cover and I go, this is horrible. I don't want to read this. It just seems like school. So I'm throwing out all these books. I'm getting rid of this J.D. guy. I'm getting rid of Catcher, the other one you just said. Getting rid of these books.
You never read Catcher in the Rye? You got through Catcher?
I like that. That was
Catcher's
good.
a great book.
Yeah, because the guy was mental. That was cool.
Well, this guy in the Confederacy of Dunces, I think you'd find him fun. He's just a huge fat guy who's a loser who thinks he's smarter than everyone in the world. And
I don't know. The first paragraph is about something with earmuff, like.
Well, they just describe how fat he is in the first paragraph.
Yeah, but I couldn't get through it. It was just like, well, I don't want to hear about his earmuffs, and and they're always like secretive. It's
I
like
think you find it funny.
You open up these books, and the first paragraph is like, my earmuffs were too big. I'm like, just what are you talking about?
Earmuffs?
Just say I'm wearing a hat, and the goddamn earmuffs ain't fitting right over. I don't. Everybody's just complicated. Write simply, like a commercial. Everyone's trying to be fancy.
I know that literature.
I hate it.
Talk about Dudas.
I'm like, what you talking about? But I'll tell you, man, the books on my bookshelf make me feel like a loser because I can't get through any of them. So I'm just keeping it real. And,
Only read the books you like.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
And save the ones you like. But I'll tell you what, this one book got me into trouble. Gary gives me a book to read because I'm trying to better myself, I think. I'm trying to read books.
Hey, can I ask you a question? Did you read that book because it's small and thin?
No. You told me it was good. I put it, and I even wrote a note in it to myself. Gary gave me this book, told me to read it. So I was sitting there 2 years collecting dust, and I'm feeling like a loser. I said, and I was sitting there with Beth. We're trying to find books to read on vacation. And she goes, oh, Lucky Bones. I'll read that by Alice Sebold.
Lovely Bones.
Lovely Bones, whatever the hell it is. So I said, all right, you read it first, and I'll read it. So she reads it. She's getting scared on vacation and getting all upset because it's about this dead 14-year-old girl. She's killed by a serial killer, and, it's upsetting her. I go, what do I need this on my vacation for? What do I need you reading this book? She's like, I don't like, let's get out of here. Like she wanted to leave vacation because
of the book.
Because of the goddamn book. I said, let me have that book. So
Really?
I read the book. It was very good, but creepy,
Mm-hmm.
So now we read the book, and we find out that the woman who wrote it wrote her own true life story. Alice Sebold. So Beth says, I'm going to get that. I said, I'm going to a bookstore. I'm going to pick it up. I want to read it too. So she's reading it now. I see I'm losing her to this book. Every minute she's reading the book. And it's about this horrible rape, and the woman got raped. And so I noticed over the weekend is when I have the majority of my sex. Like during the week, I don't even have time. So the weekends, like at times, she's got to really put out.
Pull it together.
Yeah, pull it
she got to
together.
really be there.
And I'll even berate her. I'll go, I need my sex.
Seriously, on the weekend, do you have a quota in your head?
No.
In your head?
But it's just, I go crazy. I go berserk sexually. I need to unwind. Like, like my daughter was in, as soon as my daughter leaves the apartment, bam.
Get in here.
So get in, let's do it. And it's unbelievable what I do. I go crazy in that bedroom. I mean, all kind of whacked out positions.
I'm crazy.
I'm crazy. I go, I'm crazy. I said, I'm going to be. She goes, let's just get to it. I go, no.
I'm creating.
I'm creating, and I created.
I'm going nuts, baby.
Yeah. Unbelievable. I
So
go
wait a
wild.
minute,
So
what's
she's reading this.
happening then?
She's reading this book now about Alice Sebold, and she says to me, "We're about to have my sex," and she says to me, "Oh, this book is so heavy." I go, "What's going on?" Oh my God. She goes, she's talking about how she can't eat any food because the taste of a man's the taste is in her mouth. Because she was raped, I guess.
Right.
Oh, that would ruin it for me, too.
Right. The taste of a man. I can't say it. I'll say it. So I go, what? I go, so what do you mean? I'm not going to get... You mean
you're not in the mood? Is
So
that what you're saying?
I was hoping for that kind of contact.
Oh, dear.
I like that. I like when she does it.
And that's what's running through her brain?
And I go, now I can't ask her to do that. I think she's telling me that
She won't be able to.
she won't be. I go, are you? I said, let's stop this book right now because are you starting to relate me to this book like I'm the man and then when you're with me you're thinking about the book? Yeah. I said,
Calm down.
This is going to kill our sex life.
Let's stop this reading.
I said maybe because we have this whole thing now. We read a book together, which is great, but it's the wrong book for her.
Yeah, you're reading the wrong book.
I don't want a book that basically says, "Oh, I'm with a guy," like she's thinking about this horrible man and him putting
And
his
this terrible assault
his thing in her mouth.
with this thing.
Yeah, with this thing, and then I have a thing, and I have a dirty, disgusting
You're
thing.
one of those.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It just ruins your fun.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Yeah, I didn't recommend that book. Just so you know.
Yeah,
And you're not ruining it.
I read that one, and I would never recommend
yeah.
it.
I got to buy her Penthouse Forum.
Really?
Yeah, like 50 guys doing, whatever. You can't talk. You got to talk cryptically here. I hope everyone's following my story.
Yes,
I'm
I
sure.
think
I think they are.
get it, yes.
Yeah. I'd use hand signals, but
You can't
it's
see
radio. That's that. What'd you do this weekend?
I was at the hospital all weekend.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
I know you have a family member that's ill.
Yeah.
That sounds like fun.
But, shout out to the people at the neurosurgical intensive care unit at the University of Maryland Medical Center.
You better do that for her. I got to tell you, you go to a
No,
hospital.
they were great people.
No, I'm sure they were. Because you go to a hospital, your biggest fear is, let's face it, they underpay the nurses. They sit there cleaning the bedpans, taking care of you.
They are working 12-hour shifts. That's what I figured out.
Yeah, and a lot of times they ain't too friendly. You can't blame them, but,
These people were spectacular, I got to say.
probably because you were there.
I saw
Were they?
them. I spied on them when I
Yeah?
wasn't. They didn't know I was there. They were great.
Because I'd be a rat's ass to anybody laying there in the bed because you put me on a 12-hour shift and don't pay me. And I got to clean your bedpan and shave you and wash your balls. Forget about it.
I went through that with a family member. They got put in the wrong ward.
Yeah.
And the nurses just did not want him in that ward. They made it clear to me and him and everyone else. And it took us like 2 weeks to get him moved.
All right.
And it was it was not good.
Right.
And then we got up to the ward where he was supposed to be. They loved him.
Right. I know. Yeah.
But the doctors, the nurses, everybody, they were spectacular.
That's good. There you go.
Spectacular.
Nice.
Give all those people a raise.
Right.
Did you watch any of the other football besides?
Yeah, I saw a little bit of that game yesterday.
The Minnesota game?
Minnesota.
Yeah, the Saturday games were great, and the Sunday games were sort of dull.
But tell him about the Randy Moss thing.
I was watching a little bit of the Minnesota game with some guy in Donny Osmond's band.
What?
Yeah.
Donny Osmond has a band?
Yeah, he's got a touring band.
He's not singing the track?
No, and he's got, he can sing, actually. He's got 20...
No, I meant, like a music track. He can actually afford a band.
He looks like a little kid still, Donny Osmond, and he's got a 25-year-old son and a son.
Well, he got married young, though, too.
Yeah. He's got to be 45, 46, maybe more.
He's telling me one of his sons just got married. They're thinking about it. I said, "You're going to be a grandfather?" He's not a grandfather yet, but he goes. He says, "Could be soon." I go, "You're going to let the kid call you grandpa?" He goes, "Well, yeah, I guess." I go, "Well, dude, you want to be grandpa? You're a young man." I go, "I wouldn't let any kid call me grandpa." He goes, "What are you talking about?"
I know, what's wrong with you?
I got totally freaked out. I go, "You're Donny Osmond. You want to be grandpa?" He goes, I'd welcome it. I think it would be great. I go, "You want to be called grandpa?"
How many times did you ask him?
Yeah, I was just shocked.
When is he going to get it that he doesn't want that?
I said, "Dude, you don't want." I said, "You're going to be walking on the beach, a hot chick's going to walk by, some little crap head is going to call you grandpa?"
Jeez, I'm going back over to Damon Dash.
Yeah, maybe he can relate.
I said, "Boy, you Mormons procreate like rabbits."
Yeah, I think his family. I think he's one of 8 or 9.
Yeah. He lives in Utah.
Still.
Yeah. Faithful, the whole thing.
Still not getting any from his wife, but that special kind of stuff.
I didn't ask. I'm not going to talk to the guy about that. That's his business. All right, Gary gave me a CD. He says somebody on our staff, somebody who works with us, I hope it's somebody everyone knows, was 16 years old, and his family brought him into a studio to record an album. Do I have this right? Is that story right?
I think it sounds like it was a boy band or a rap type band or Marky Mark situation.
And it's somebody now on our staff.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
I haven't heard it. It's a mystery record to us. All right, this is somebody who works with us. Explain this.
When this person was 16, they went into a studio, recorded an album. I understand that the family spent quite a bit of money. I heard that they hired the guitarist or somebody from Foreigner.
Whoa.
And recorded a bunch of tracks.
You'll be working with someone from Foreigner.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Wow. Coming at you. Is that him singing? Who is it, Isaac?
No.
All right.
I would guess.
I do too.
Is the guy wearing a dress when he recorded it?
Should have been.
But the guy has tried here, hasn't
Oh, who is it? Chauncey?
Just let it get to the...
I'm not just saying, push up a party, yo, and you're wishing you with me.
Fred, do you know who it is?
Is it? Give me a clue. Is it someone from the E staff? Because
No.
it can't be directly from this show.
It's directly from the show.
Yeah.
I know who
really?
it is.
I know who
Artie,
it is.
Artie and Robin have
Is it Benji?
It's
I
not
know who
Benjo.
it is.
I know who
Oh, wait a second. Sal?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Sounds like Sal.
I was saying, who in our staff is gay? I guess it's Sal.
That's right. Sal cried, and Sal made this record.
There's 6 tracks on there. Howard.
You so hot, then you make me wonder what have you got? Something that
He's terrific.
You start shaking your butt, girl. Know what I mean? I say shit, whip, side to side. Now I'm on the scene.
You fire him, okay? I don't want to have blood on my hands.
And I don't know too much about it, but I heard the family felt that they got ripped off. There was a dispute with the producer.
Oh, yeah?
Listen down.
What do you mean you got ripped off? What happened when you recorded this? How'd
Nothing happened.
Yeah.
I got my jacket on. I'm leaving.
Who? Yeah, you're fired. By the way. What do you?
Thank you.
What do you mean? Your family was investing in you because they thought you had some talent?
I was doing this garbage rap crap when I was 16 years old. So there was an article in the Penny Saver, management company. This guy, One Hot Note Productions or whatever.
Sal and the Faggy Boys.
Exactly.
Right.
So I sent him the tape.
Yeah.
And he calls me up immediately. This is the hottest thing I've ever heard in my life. Get down here now.
How much did it cost you?
$3,000. I get down there. There's pictures of him with the Fat Boys, him shaking hands with John Denver. He's smoking a cigar. It's like a cheesy rap video.
Right.
He's like, this is hot, but we got to re-record it.
White guy or black guy?
Spanish guy.
Yeah.
His first name was only Tito. I'll leave it at that.
Right.
This is hot. So he goes, we got to get you into a studio now. I got a guy in Jersey. He's going to love this. So it's 11:30 at night. I drive down to Jersey with my parents. The engineer pops in the tape, and he starts hitting his leg. He's like, oh, man, this is so hot, boy.
Good beats, man.
we got a hit on our hands. So he goes, okay. He goes, we're going to get this guy. We're going to get that guy. I'm like, wow, I'm going to finally make it. So he starts taking out a calculator. We're going to need this, production, keyboards, blah, 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 expenses. He goes, $7,500.
He tells it to your father?
To me and my parents. And I'm like, my father's a pizza man. You know, my father doesn't even have $75.
Right.
So we leave there. I call Tito. I go, I can't afford this. He goes, well, you got to do it. If you want to be a star, you got to produce it properly.
Right.
I got another guy for you. Go to another guy.
Cece's got a live wire.
Right.
Yeah, this guy wants $5,000.
I got Italian ice here.
So I said, you know what, let me do my own research. I go out to this place in Brentwood. This guy recorded De La Soul. He recorded a lot of big bands. He was out in West Islip.
And what did he say?
$750 when I did my own research.
Right.
First of all, he was the only guy when...
So how did it end up costing you $3,500?
Well, what happened was when he heard the tape, this guy, he didn't flinch. He was like, I could tell he was rolling his eyes.
This is horrible.
Exactly.
Right.
So I go back to Tito. Goes, I told you we have to record an album. This guy doesn't know what he's doing. He goes, just get out of my office. I have the opportunity to look at these pictures. Look what I could do for you. You want to blow this and go record that garbage with him? Go. He goes, I got one more guy for you. Go down to this place. This guy's selling me the world. This guy sold me so. Again, this engineer pops it in, another referral. His knees are going, everything. The works. This is the best ever.
This has got my knees going.
But this guy really reeled me in. He goes, hey, he goes, did Tito sign you yet? I go, no. He goes, don't sign with him yet because this is so hot. I got a few people at Polygram that'll love this.
Oh, no.
So this is the closer.
The money comes flying out of his pocket now.
I'm going to get the keyboard player. I'm going to get the keyboard player from Foreigner. Al Petrelli, Alice Cooper's guitarist.
Wow.
They all came in, all the wash-ups. So he goes, it'll cost you $3,000.
Oh.
Now I'm 16 and I'm going to get my first car. So I only have $1,500 saved for a car. I go home, I talk to my mom and dad. They co-sign a loan.
Oh.
So instead of getting a car, I spent $3,000 on the gayest song ever in the history of America.
A little longer, keep the beat going as I get stronger. Moving this jam, my job's never done. Sway your soul to the rhythm.
So close.
Whatever dignity I had left from the tanning cream is now gone.
So then after you finish the recording session, they hand you this.
So they hand me this, and it was horrible.
Like where all the musicians go, man, you're great.
Every time. I remember I'm hanging out with the keyboard player Foreigner. He's playing away, and I was like so impressed by him. And one day I came in there with my girlfriend. I go, hey, Al, can you play a little bit of something there? And he just looked at me like he wanted to cut my throat. You know? Like they treated me like complete garbage. Once I paid them, complete garbage. So
good. It's a good lesson for you.
Well, it was. Believe me.
You
So
never recorded again.
So I finally record the whole thing. I get the DAT, which Richard Christie got hold of. That's how this all happened, thanks to this ritual.
Wow.
So
after all the ragging he did on me about my music, I figured this is only fair.
I give Tito the final product. Here it is. Here comes the big record deal. Everything. So I bring it to him. He goes, "Hey, listen." He goes, "In order for me to shop this, I need about 100 cassettes. I need 100 8x10s. I need a bio. He goes, "What am I going to do with this?"
Right.
It was totally different now.
Right. Different guy.
What happened to this hot record?
Right.
So I go out. I call tape duplicating places. I spend another $600 on tapes.
Wow.
I bring him
600 copies of this floating around.
No wonder he was able to get a hold of it.
I should donate it to the next gay parade. But,
yeah.
So I get the tapes. It takes me like 2 weeks to put these awful tapes together. I bring him down to Tito's office. The whole bag. I drag it in as a bag. He's like, "Okay, leave it by my desk. I'm on this, Sal. This is going to be great." Blah, blah, blah. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4, nothing. I call Tito, not in. He's busy. Blah, 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 blah. Finally, I get him on the phone like 3 months later.
Yeah.
He goes, "Hey, where the hell are my tapes?" I go, "Tito, I dropped off the effing tapes 3 months ago."
No, you didn't.
Exactly. He goes, "What? I didn't get anything. Listen to me. If you're playing games with me, I can't deal with this crap. I got this, I got that, blah, blah, blah." I go, "Tito, I gave you the tapes."
Oh.
He goes,
Was your father freaking out?
Oh, everybody was. You know what?
Get out of here.
My father would be, if I didn't take out the garbage, my father would be the first guy to kick me down the stairs.
Right.
This is the only time he actually took sympathy on me.
So wait a second. So you spent all that money and you don't even have the tapes?
Those were
Tito has them.
Right.
Tito. Yeah.
He said he never got them.
Maybe now he'll start promoting
Is
it.
Tito still in that office? Do you call him every once in a while?
Every once in a while, I
See how
think I got to get this son of a bitch back, because it was just
What
absolutely.
year is this, Sal?
I was 16 years old, quite some time ago, and then it was just terrible. The whole thing is.
Guess what his name was too.
What?
You're a dick.
G-Man.
The G stands for garbage.
Gangsta Man. Hey, Gangsta Man. G-Man.
G-Man.
G-Man. Good for you, Sal.
Between the singing black and the tanning cream, it seems like you want to be darker.
Pitiful fame, minding my business. I never diss it, so I can stop. Yo, you can kiss it, cause I'm the one who can rock the drum from the dawn of the day to the fall of the sun. So shake.
Did you have a dance, Sal?
Oh, yeah, you gotta see him dance.
Do
It's
it.
Come on,
hilarious.
I don't dance.
Come on.
I don't
Jay.
dance.
This is
Break dance.
Italian ice.
Do
You
it.
gotta dance.
I don't
Italian
break
ice.
dance.
Come on, Marky Mark.
Did you have a whole thing with it? You did. You lied.
does.
Yeah, I did. I was a
He
break
just don't
dancer. We were
want
in a group called the Circuit
Let me see you
Breakers.
do it. Do some lip sync.
Come on.
Come on. Get up there and do your
Let
act.
me see what you do.
Go ahead. Let me see. Well, look. Maybe you'll be discovered, man. Here we go. Here. Put the headphones on by Gary so you can dance.
Yeah.
This goes along with how he throws a ball. You got to see Sal throw a football.
All right, here. You got to lip sync while you do it, too.
No.
All right, come on. Here.
Let me see you shake.
You're good. I'll sign you. You give me 500,000.
Do something with
You
him.
give me 500,000. I'm going to pass you tape on a Harvey Leeds.
Body girl, make a rough, but watch step out. Don't get close.
Wow, look at this. You're good.
When you meet that girl, and you know she's on the go at the top of the world.
I have to look away.
That's a train wreck. All right, Sal. Good for you. All right, that's a good one. Yeah, beware if somebody tells you you're going to be a big star and then asks you for $3,000.
And his name's Tito.
Well, if he's going with the $7,000, he wouldn't be here right now.
Are you like racist at all? Like, were you like, oh no, not only did I get duped, but it wasn't even a white guy to dupe me?
No, I mean,
It didn't factor into this whole thing?
You know what it came down to?
What?
I figured it out now that I'm 36 years old. What this guy does is he contracts with recording studios who need to buy time. They fill up what's called graveyard shifts.
Mm-hmm.
So what he does is he puts an ad in the paper. He takes bands in. He tells them.
What do you mean you just figured
you
this
just
out?
figured it out.
Right.
We already know.
We got it all figured
I'm
out. Get out of
retarded.
here. What's the matter with you?
Wait a minute, I get it.
You know what he does? They need to fill up time, so they...
The point that I'm trying to make is that when I went to a studio, think about it, it wasn't any good because this guy wasn't contracted
All right,
with
Sal,
that particular studio.
we get it.
Oh,
All
you
right.
mean you would have made it
Right.
otherwise?
Who knows?
You know what I'm saying, right, Robin?
$3,000.
understand.
Wait, now I get it.
Get a
Tito
moron.
didn't really think I had a hit.
I like that your old man had a pizzeria and didn't even have $3,000 in the bank.
3 G's ain't
Well,
that
he
bad.
knew that Sal didn't have any talent. What was he?
Took out a loan.
Sal put himself in hock.
Took a loan out for $1,500.
And is Sal finished paying off the loan yet?
I want to meet the bank that loaned Sal's father $1,500. Like, listen, my son's on the verge of a very big recording career. We need $1,500 to get this thing off the ground.
Immediately. We have a hit.
A loan.
You want to talk to Tito?
That must have been some pizza they were making over there.
You've heard of Vanilla Ice? Well, this is Italian.
I was saying, I never saw a pizzeria in my life that have at least 3 G's in the kitty every day.
I don't know. Nobody's ordered a pizza in 6 years.
Didn't they sell the pizza?
That's a great business, a pizzeria.
Go ahead, Justin.
Howard, hey now, brother.
Hey now.
Have you heard in the Times this Sunday, Kathy Lee has a musical. She wrote a musical. It's going to be on Broadway soon.
It's off Broadway. I read the same article, and it already opened, and it's been reviewed and
Were the reviews horrible?
roundly panned by the New York Times. But in that article he's talking about, it says this is just the first of 3. She's writing 3 different musicals.
All equally horrible?
Probably. But one will have to do with Amy Semple McPherson, who was some kind of evangelist. And the other one will be about World War II, I think they said.
Wow, Kathy Lee writing about World War II in a musical.
And she's
This one's about homeless kids. That's something that she knows all about in her sweatshops, right?
Can you can you imagine Kathy Lee sitting down with a pad? I mean, can you imagine the process? She goes, I know, I'll write a musical about World War II. Now, if there's ever anyone you know who's vapid, it's Kathy Lee Gifford, but she has no clue. And she's going to now write something about World War II. You could only imagine what her view of World War II is.
Well, her husband was alive in World War II.
Probably like USO tours, and it was fun. World War II was fun.
yeah.
Can you imagine how vapid? I got to go see these plays because it must be unbelievable. Then she sits down. She's sitting there in Connecticut with the big house. The kids are in school. She goes, she's got a big legal pad in front of her and one of those nice writing pens, and she starts to write her notes for her play. Can you imagine what rhymes with Holocaust? Schmolocaust. I mean, who knows what goes on? I know, I'll make it a World War II musical. Can you imagine what goes on there?
What rhymes with atrocity?
Well, it was funny because she said that she was already writing the Amy Semple McPherson
Who's that?
story. She was an evangelist who had an affair with a married man.
She's
so
writing
she's
plays.
sitting at
She wrote a
home
play.
after she gave up the TV show with nothing to do, and she's reading a story, of course, with Cassidy.
Cassidy.
The family under the stairs or something.
Family under the stairs.
Or under the bridge.
Under the
bridge or something. So
But
that's
she ought to
when
write one about a 9-million-year-old man who bangs stewardesses in hotel rooms.
That's a play I'd
yeah,
go see.
she knows something about that. And that's where she got the idea that she could do this one. But she said she knows that, everybody has this idea that she's just perky and...
There's a dark side.
And so she had a particular dark side she wrote into the play that was like of the kids being kidnapped that wasn't in the original book.
Well, when you're bored as a couple, the thing you do is you invite other couples. You notice married people always inviting other couples to do stuff. They got to be with other couples.
Yeah, they seem
They
to
don't
be
have to talk to each other.
They're always looking for some friends or so. Married couples they always busy. Oh, we got to go do something with somebody because they can't stand each other.
Come with us. We're going on a second honeymoon. Come with us.
Yeah, as soon as you're looking for other couples, you're in big trouble. Anyway, you know, I can't imagine that whole Brad and Jennifer thing because what the hell? I mean, okay, they're breaking up. That you understand. He's dopey and she's a dope. And
you get
she's 36. He's had enough of that. He's Brad Pitt. He can bang anything he wants on 2 feet or 4 or whatever.
He's running around, I want a baby, I want a baby, I want a baby.
Yeah, what kind of woman is he? I mean, really, I want a baby. Exquisite. EGGSKIWIZZER. Exquisite.
I'm just going to change the word and make it something else.
Well, you hear it starts with egg, so look under that.
Exquisite.
Exquisite.
Exquisite?
EXQUISITE.
You got it?
Got it.
All right.
Can I go now and put my head in the sand?
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yeah, I'm thinking insensuous.
Sensuous.
So my point is, I mean, what kind of guy writes for a paper?
He's a journalist.
I mean, admittedly, a free paper. Thank God it's free. So you got to think, what the hell was going on there? Right? They both know they're breaking up. So Courtney Cox and Arquette invite them to a weekend with their baby, no less. What couple wants that? Especially when they're fighting over babies. And that Courtney Cox holds on to that baby like she just found her life.
It's like a security blanket.
Oh. I would have liked if all four of them went to Thailand for a vacation and got swept off by the tsunami.
Oh, no, that's a terrible thing
Right
to
out.
say.
Everyone. The Pitts, the Coxes, the Arquettes, everyone. Right out. What happened to them? Gone. You see what they said in the tsunami happened? That there was this, like 4 people, college students, who went down to Thailand. They were staying in a hotel. And they said they saw the tsunami coming. They saw the big wave coming, tidal wave. And they couldn't get out of their room. And that's what saved them. They were in their room. One couple stood up on the sink.
Oh, yeah?
And the water only got up to a little bit below sink level. And, the room started to fill up with water. They thought they were going to drown, and then it stopped. And then another couple stood on their bed. And it flowed a little, and that was it. See? And by staying in there.
Yeah, they were trying to get out. Luckily, they couldn't.
That's right. See? Fair.
So many crazy stories.
And you know what? I keep reading these stories. You know why? I'm thinking, I'm going to end up in a tsunami at some point.
Right.
I better sit in my house. When am I going to see this new TV show already? I'm going crazy.
It says on the ad, fall of 2005. Now, what is your problem?
That's close.
That's not tomorrow, though.
Yeah. You better get cracking on that show. What are you going to wear?
8 months.
That's important, you know. You got to dress the right, because you're going after the woman audience, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Can't imagine you going after a woman's audience after all the crap you've done.
I'm done with this.
Yeah.
I got to do something else.
You got to be a real big
Reinvent myself.
Got to be a real big phony baloney to go on that.
What are you talking about?
Oh, you're gonna have to change.
I have other sides. See, you're acting as if I don't have other sides.
That's true. You're very multidimensional. No, you got a nice girl image. I got the scumbag image.
No matter what I do, it all goes on you.
Yeah, I could never go for the female audience.
Women love Robin because she can put up with all this craziness.
I don't look at them when they're naked.
I don't.
That's right. It's a good thing you don't, because I would tell on you.
Don't care to see.
If the TV show is huge, will you dump Mr. X?
Well, these things happen.
Yeah.
She'll start dating Dominic.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think that'll ever happen, no.
She'll probably start dating Bruce Springsteen.
Maybe Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt.
New TV empire and movie empire
Brad.
getting together.
Let's go to Thailand. You'll never be caught in a tsunami with me.
And Damon Dash.
Hold on to me, Brad.
I'm dating Damon Dash.
And Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt.
And Colin Farrell next week.
I'm dating everyone in Hollywood.
But I wonder what was going through their mind.
Who?
Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston.
Well,
In other
that's
words,
why I said I have to ask if you understand what they were up to.
Well, now that you tell me that everyone knew they were separating, I don't know. I don't know, man.
That was the fascinating thing to me, that there they are posing and pretending for the world, and they know they're getting a divorce.
It had to be that they were giving it one last shot. What
No,
else? I mean,
Artie, I'm telling you, they had already called people before they left.
Oh, yeah?
I don't believe it.
Well,
all right.
It's sad. It's sad that those two people who have a perfect life are upset.
Here's a guy who writes us, says, you know what? What's her name has to come on your show? Ashley Simpson. And prove that she knows how to sing. Because that's what Enrique Iglesias had to do.
Yes, that's true. This is the place.
Come on here, bring a guitar player, and sing. Because that crap that you did at the Orange Bowl, almost everyone hated Vern Troyer. I'm shocked by this. Vern Troyer, Mini-Me from the movies, was on Friday. I thought he was kind of fun.
I liked him.
Howard, that twerpy midget you had on the show was totally annoying. Keep that midget off your airwaves, please. I hope that disgusting, arrogant, little creepy twerp chokes to death on some retard right now to the Mini-Me interview, and he's a cocky little biatch. F him. Tell him to F off with that attitude. Here's another one. Vern Troyer is a dick. Don't ever have him back on your show. That midget had a chip on his shoulder and wouldn't answer anything personal. Howard, he sucked. And finally, this guy is the littlest tool in the world. What an arrogant, angry little prick. I will never look at him the same again. He's a nasty little guy. Tell him to go F himself. Jesus Christ, life isn't fair, but I'm not getting laid by models and making lots of money, so should I be bitter too? Well, there you go. A lot of people say they did not like him.
Wow.
Look at this one. I think he's the rudest person to come on your show. He comes on the show with so much attitude, as if he doesn't want to be there. Howard, you should have shortened the interview. Mini-Me is clamming up big time with not much to say.
How could he have had so much attitude in such a little body?
Here's one about Ashley Simpson. The really sad part about Ashley Simpson singing live is the fact that she sounds worse than you guys during the Vegas karaoke.
Thank you.
Why don't you guys have albums that apparently doesn't require any talent? Well, don't think we haven't thought of that. A lot of people wrote in and are appalled by the God hates fags woman. I cannot believe this woman. Unless she has a direct hotline to God, she has no idea whether it is his will or not. How dare her presume such a thing? There's one about Artie's mother. I can't believe Artie's mom has a problem with him growing a beard. What, did she miss the show where Artie talked about wearing the pig costume while he went to score some coke?
Hi, Mommy. Are you proud of me?
Here's a guy who says, Howard, I've got a great idea. Reunite the losers, except this time, high-pitch Eric as the singer from Canned Heat doing On the Road Again.
Spit in my face.
On the road again.
Speak up, you Ewok.
I think we got to have Sal in the losers at this point.
Well, he can be the dancer.
The backup dancer.
All right, let's see. I was checking out the howardstern.com webpage today. When I came across Chauncey, I nearly vomited. He is one ugly mother effer. Please, please stop the pictures of Chauncey.
I swear to God, I can't do it.
There's Chauncey crying.
I swear to God, I can't do it.
Chauncey.
That was great this morning when they were playing Crying and putting that in there.
You like that one?
Great. Oh, I loved it.
That's actual Chauncey crying. No, a lot of people hate Tom, our general manager, because Tom is forcing everyone to take a test. In our email, we got a test. And this is some sort of test to make sure you understand indecency when you see it. And I refuse to take it. I am not taking it. I'm not signing anything. And I had recommended that my staff not do it, but he's pressured some people into it. Tom, you stupid S. This is what this guy writes. You're acting as a minion for that dumbass company you work for because all you're able to do is think short term. After today's revelations, I actually went from liking you to hating you. You are too stupid to realize that Howard would help you. And I know he would. If things went bad for you at the radio station, Howard would stand by you. Have you no standards, man?
Tom is dumb, dumb, da dum, 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 dum.
Hitler would have loved Tom. He's a no good, I'll do anything for my job pussy. F you, Tom. You went from being a cancer patient to being a cancer yourself. Imagine that. So a lot of angry letters for Tom over the test. I don't know that Tom is the reason for the test, by the way. They just force him to yell at us. Okay, let's go to Neil. Neil, you're on the air.
Hey now.
Hey now, Neil, come on.
Hey, how you doing? How much fodder is it going to be when Robin starts that show? You'll never have to worry about another topic. Cover her show all day long.
I am looking forward to Robin's show. I will be watching it the first day. I saw the ad campaign, the industry ad campaign to sell the show across the country. I liked the way it looked. It was very professionally done. Robin has been gracious enough to include me in a few tidbits. He's actually told me a few of the things she's already taped. And I have to say, it sounded really good.
And we'll actually see how uncured she is.
All right.
Uncured.
Uncured. Another new word. Like the uncola.
All right, Hal, thanks.
Thank you.
We'll see how insensuous she is.
Anybody want to hear Regis and Kelly talking about me today?
Sure. Today.
Today.
Hot off the presses.
So, work diddle around. I don't know, a little bit before 2 o'clock.
Regis is talking about when he filled in for Dick Clark New Year's Eve.
Yes.
He looked like he was going to die that night.
Well, Dick Clark says he thought he did a good job through a spokesperson. Dick is still in the hospital.
Clock got home a little bit after 2.
So late.
Finally laid down at 3:30, fell asleep around 4. 20 after 7, the phone rings. Who can it be? 20 after 7 on New Year's Day. Phone rings. Pick it up. Hello? It's David, my concierge, one of the doormen, but he's the concierge. Mr. Stern, your papers will be right up. I don't know what happened today. I'm sorry. Howard Stern lives in my building. I said, David, this is Regis. But let me check and see if Howard is in bed with me. I turn around. He ain't there. He said, oh, my God, Miss Philby, I'm sorry, I called the wrong number. Thank you. Why is Howard Stern up at 7 o'clock looking for his papers on New Year's Day? I don't get it.
I don't know, but don't you just hate it when Howard leaves your bed in the middle of the night like that? I hate it.
I want to be in her bed.
Yeah. I mean, not even a little kiss goodbye.
A little kiss, a little glass of orange juice, some eggs. At least hold me.
Oh, Regis.
What was that?
It's called working too many hours.
It's the sign we got the Bible.
I thought it was weird, too, because New Year's Day, I walked downstairs, and this guy, David, he's talking about, nice guy, says to me, oh, my God, I made such a terrible mistake. Mr. Philbin was working so late. You guys have similar phone number. They have a special intercom system,
Uh-huh.
And, oh, my God, I called Mr. Philbin when you called me downstairs to ask about your paper. I called Mr. Philbin. I go, so what? Wake his ass out of bed.
Were you up that early?
Yeah, I'm up always early. In fact, I was out.
I was just saying, I left your apartment New Year's Eve at 2 a.m.
I was up at 5.
We were drunk.
I know. I was up at 5. Still drunk.
No kidding.
I get up at the same time every morning. Doesn't matter when I go to bed.
Good for you.
Then I went back to sleep. Then get up, eat a little breakfast, read the paper, and go to sleep again.
You didn't get up at 4. You
I got up
woke
about
up
5.
5 o'clock.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
I walked the dog. Dog's got to go out. Dog's on a sketch. It's nice to me. His wife, Joy. She took a while before she warmed up to me, but
Really?
she seems pretty nice now.
Now she's warm?
Yeah. She's got some hot body. She's not, she's an older woman. She
takes care of herself.
She really does for Regis.
Regis was the MC at the Donald Trump roast, and he genuinely said to me, he goes, tell Howard I love him. Tell him.
Yeah. He's
hello.
a nice guy.
I really like Howard. He was, genuine about
Yeah, he doesn't buzz my balls. What can I do for you, Mike?
Nothing. I just called in this morning about the Regis thing. I thought it was hysterical and thought you might like hearing about it.
All right, thanks. Yeah, we played it.
Hey, I love Artie. He's
All right.
hysterical.
He is. He's the man.
Thank you, sweet.
I love when you guys have Guilford Godfrey. He's hysterical. Love the show.
Thank you.
Guilford?
Guilford Godfrey.
Did you see that Guilford is live in the Affleck commercials now?
Yeah. It's terrific.
It's a little disturbing.
Terrific star. It's about time he got his due. Star of an Affleck commercial.
I don't think I like the commercials anymore now that Gilbert's in them.
Guy's one of the funniest guys around. He's big movies. He's in an Affleck commercial.
Brilliantly talented comedian, and he's doing it. But my favorite Gilbert story of late was when, who's the Screw Magazine guy? Al Goldstein was in here, and he said Gilbert sent him $20.
I don't believe it. I mean, I don't believe he'd even send that much.
Right,
Really?
I don't believe he could even get off the 20.
20's even worse than nothing. It's like, this is a complete...
Here's 20. Leave me alone.
What does he tell you what?
Hey, bong hit Eric.
Gilbert, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Gilbert's infamous.
Gilbert doesn't spend money on himself.
Gilbert's apartment is empty except for lawn furniture.
Right.
And
that's weird.
Yeah, I mean, the guy's got tons of dough, and he's just sitting on it. He just bought a VCR like 3 years ago.
I've been on the road with Gilbert. I mean, if you're at a diner, he takes creamers.
He takes them and puts them in his pocket.
Yeah,
I'm not joking with you.
Sugars. That's
My
not
grandmother doesn't even do that.
I know. And and anything for free he'll go to, like any kind of opening or like...
Right, wherever there's free food and drink.
Really?
And Al Goldstein, when he had money, used to invite a bunch of guys on Sunday morning to come have brunch at his place.
And Gilbert was there all the time.
Gilbert showed up every Sunday, like smearing those bagels with cream cheese, eating the lox, eating everything
it was a nice
free.
spread, from what I understand.
Oh, yeah. Oh, eating like a pig. Goldstein has no money. Gilbert sends him 20.
I did hear that he's in an apartment now, Goldstein, in Staten Island.
Penn got him
6
set up.
months of the rent has been paid by
Penn and Teller.
And Teller.
Yeah.
He really is funny, though, when he's on the show.
He's a good dude. He's just
hilarious.
cheap. I was once out. I took my girlfriend to Alain Ducasse, which is a real fancy restaurant here in New York. We like doing that.
Yeah.
Like going to a nice restaurant once a month or something.
Sure.
So I'm walking through the lobby. I see Gilbert with his girlfriend. I go, hey, Gilbert, what's happening? You know, he gives me that weird look. It's his face. It's just
like
weird.
a pained face.
It's like a pained face, all scrunched up, constipated. And I go, hey, man, what are you doing? I go, we're coming from Alain Ducasse. Well, I said, you got to go there. It's such a great meal. And his girlfriend looked at me. She goes, I don't think we'll be going.
Yeah, she never gets taken out to dinner at all.
Oh, and he dates the cutest girl.
Hold on, bong hits, bong
A
hit.
little too expensive for Gilbert there, huh?
You missed his bong hit.
But he'd go if you invited him, right, Howard?
What?
He'd go to that restaurant if you invited him.
Oh, absolutely.
Because he know you pick up the bill.
Like, I've invited Gilbert to my home. I've had Gilbert over for a party and stuff. He never reciprocates.
What? He never has a party.
I know. He never said to me, hey, why don't you come out and have some...
But isn't he rich?
Yeah.
He's got a little scratch.
He's got money.
Voice over work.
He really is. He's hilarious, though. I can't believe he hasn't, made some movies or something.
He made some movies.
Really? Like which ones?
Bad ones.
Well,
right.
Beverly Hills Cop 2, he's got a funny story.
Yeah. You don't smoke hash anymore?
Nah, you know
Nobody
what? There's this other stuff. It's called Keith.
Yeah.
And it's like the crystals off the bud that fall through like a screen that you use like a pot tray that has a screen at the bottom. And the crystals fall through onto a bottom section. You unscrew the bottom off the tray.
Right.
And it's like a powder. It's just the crystals. And then you sprinkle it into a joint or something. It's really, really special. Fabulous. You guys would love it.
That's what you're doing or not?
No. I mean, that's something that's instead of hash, that's kind of like replaced the hash.
Hash was big when I was a teenager.
Right.
Yeah, me too back then. The black hash.
Yeah.
People would smoke the hash pipe.
And then you go, I swear, it's laced with opium, and then you'd be all proud.
And it was all about the residue.
I've got the best stuff, man.
I heard opium.
Really good.
I heard opium is the best.
I did it once.
Opium?
Did you really?
Yeah.
You did opium?
Don't know about that.
Seems
I
like-
actually think I tried some once at a Dead concert.
Yeah, everybody thinks they tried it.
Yeah, how do you even know if that's really opium, you know?
I don't know. That's like I thought that's what I think I did it.
You think you did it?
Yeah. Everyone always, oh, that's just opium. I'm telling you.
Oh, that's real good.
That's the first time you've ever said that.
Well, this is what this guy told me in college. I was smoking, and he says, this is opium. I know it.
Stern exclusive.
Who knows what you smoke?
I read a huge article on a plane once about a guy in search of a true opium den in Asia.
Uh-huh.
And he finds it, and he says how good the high is. And I got off the plane going, oh, God, I'd love some opium. Just like a huge commercial for opium.
That's another thing where they say you smoke it once and you're instantly addicted. So Gary came to me and said, we got to plan our vacations for the year. I said, take it all now.
Yeah, let's get the 8 weeks out of the way.
Yeah, I said, let's start tomorrow, and we'll take our 8 weeks. Because Gary was like, well, I get 5 weeks, and I'm taking the first 5 you pick. You know what I'm saying?
If I get stuck on the back end without getting paid, it's a chance I'm willing to take.
All right.
The first 5 you pick, I'm in.
All right.
Wow, so you might have to work like the day after Christmas, though.
No, I just won't work and I just won't get paid.
Well, when's my contract up? December?
December 31st.
Yes,
Oh.
the very end of the year.
Yeah, so we got to, go through the whole thing.
Well, we got to find out, because, I'd rather take all my vacation now.
Well, to find out what?
Well, he's saying you got to find out if, if we hear they're getting rid of us early, I want to cram much
All of
vacation
it
we
in.
can.
Yes.
Yeah, and what's early to them?
Like, we have to decide almost right away.
Let's start tomorrow. I want all 8 weeks tomorrow.
Well, how do you find that out? Nobody's talking to us.
You can't do that.
So Oppenheimer heard this, huh?
Oppenheimer.
What do they know?
Oh, I tell you what, I haven't heard a thing.
Is there something in your contract that prevents you from taking it in a row?
I don't know. I don't read it. I really never read my contract.
Yeah, I don't know what it says.
You know
I
what?
just know when there's trouble, I start reading it.
I've never read one contract I've ever had.
Me neither. What am I going to do? I mean, I look it over.
Seems that it doesn't matter anyway. Everybody breaks them.
Yeah, it's irrelevant. I said to my agent, why do we bother making contracts?
And work really hard on them.
We are breaking the contract. Well, on what grounds? You talk too much about your move to satellite. Well, it doesn't say anything about that in the contract. We don't like it.
We never expected an infomercial.
So I assume you're paying me. Oh, no, you owe us money. Oh, how's that? I don't know.
I'm charging you.
I'm charging you $200,000.
But you are the king of having ironclad contracts that people just throwing you off and not want to pay you.
Yeah, I've sued and won. I could sue anyone and win that because I got a great contract.
But what a pain in the ass.
It's a huge pain in the ass and a huge expense.
But they all try. They seem to try.
Uh-huh.
You would think that if people know you're willing to go down that whole road to the very end, that
I went right to the bloody end.
That they wouldn't pull that on you.
They don't care.
Because mostly they just hope you'll go away. Even if they know they're wrong, they just hope you'll go away.
Yeah.
If it was an individual, maybe, but these corporations, they don't care.
They don't care.
The number one movie at the box office this weekend, once again, Meet the Fockers.
Wow.
And I have to hand it to them. My nephew wanted to see that this weekend, so we went, and it was funny. He laughed and laughed.
I thought you said you saw it already and you didn't think it was that good.
I didn't, but he laughed
Oh,
and
he
laughed,
liked
and the audience laughed with him. So they've got a bona fide runaway hit on their hands. It's already made $243 million in 3 weeks at the box office. Number 2 was the new Michael Keaton movie EVP. It made $24 million this past weekend. Here, Michael talks about EVP.
Is it that White Noise movie?
White Noise, yeah.
People tell me he's not that good.
A1.
They say the commercials were real good for it.
John Travolta has a movie coming out called A Love Song for Bobby Long.
Well, he does a lot of bad movies. I was watching that movie last night on TV where he's an angel and he eats a lot of sugar.
Michael.
And he has sex with a lot of chicks.
Awful movie.
Yeah, awful. And William Hurt, like one of the best actors I've ever seen, is in it.
He's tied up in it. A lot of good people tied up in this debacle. That is John Travolta's movie.
I saw this cool movie. Ray Liotta's this guy gets sent to an island of men where they're prisoners. And,
what was this called?
I don't know. And he has to figure out how to get off the island, and then he has to kill a bunch of guys. He's a Navy SEAL.
Time to get off.
And he gets, it was pretty cool.
My goodness.
A bunch of men? It's him and a bunch of men?
It's a bunch of men, and half the men are like wild animals, and the other half...
His banana was swollen. There's no doubt in my mind. It was time to get off.
All right, prisoners who... forget it. It's just, it was like they were in jail on this island, and Ray Liotta becomes their leader. He kills a bunch of dudes. It's good.
All right.
I don't know the
Hilary
name.
Swank is in the new movie $1 Million Baby that was directed by Clint Eastwood, getting a lot of critical acclaim and winning awards.
Oh, the film I saw with Ray Liotta, No Escape.
Okay. She says she still doesn't believe how her career has turned out. B1.
She's bummed, right? She won the Academy Award, now she's in the crappy movies. I want to see that movie.
$1 Million Baby, they talk about it like it's a great film. I haven't seen it yet.
I want to see that. All right, I got to go. See, the show's bumming me out already. See you tomorrow.